Welcome, everybody. We are so excited to be kicking off this masterclass. Let me tell you, it is always fun at the end of the year to be able to really dive in and teach women how to plan and think like a CEO. Now, keep in mind that your life and your business both need to be run like a business. Why? Because everybody and their dog is pulling at you, getting you to do this and that. And don't we give away everything to everyone else and really only just pick up the scraps? Well, not anymore. Today, we're going to go through 6 keys to plan like a CEO. My name is Melanie Greenough. I'm the CEO and founder of Create Your Empire, where we teach women how to make more money, keep more money, and make their money grow. And we really focus on online streams of income. We believe in multiple streams of income. We believe in multiple 6-figure income. And so we're so grateful that you're here. Please give StreamYard permission if you haven't already so we can see your comments. And we will be in the Facebook group, of course, where you can find the recording. We're also on YouTube. So welcome, everyone. All right, let me jump in. We're going to show you today how you can plan to transform your side hustle into 6-figure success. There is a very specific way of building your business and your life that's going to help you create success long term. Now, are you running like your life like a business? I already asked this question, but is your life and your business being run like a business? And if you knew you couldn't fail in 2024, what would you do? If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do starting right now? If 2024, Wave of Magic 1 could look any way, how would it look? Now, in Create Your Empire, we believe that there are 6 kind of pillars to creating a life and a business that you want. Of course, time management, which we're going to talk about planning and time today, branding, sales, finance, recurring revenue, and personal development. And now, our success path is pretty simple. And I want to give you guys a big picture so that as you're planning your year, you can kind of get your head around what needs to happen in your life to be able to create success. Our success path looks like this. We want to start out with a foundation of money. As a matter of fact, we have some very exciting things coming when it comes to wealth foundations, financial fitness, and building your future. But right now, I need you to understand you need to have some sort of automated empire wealth plan. Pay off your debt, very important. Our financial fitness framework shows you how to make more money, keep more money, and make the money grow. Then, of course, we want to work on your brand. It's really important that you have a dynamic brand. A brand does not mean colors and fonts, although that's a part of it. We want for your brand to be a living, breathing version of you that's like almost an extra version of you where people can really see you, know you, like you, trust you, and buy from you. Then, of course, we want to make sure that you have a sales system in place. Now, we're going to be doing a lot of work inside of my Breakthru Success coaching program this year on automations. I'm really excited. We're going to be working deeply on, how do you get a lead from the internet through automations into your whatever it is that you're selling. We're going to be working on that in a big time way. Then, of course, we want to create breakthrough. Money is energy, energy is money, time is energy. It's all connected. Your mindset, your business, everything is energy. And this year we saw as people were going through our Breakthru Success coaching program that they were getting massive breakthroughs energetically. I was just speaking at an event actually in Germany. There was massive breakthroughs energetically. Why? Because that is my gift, being able to move people from where they are, how they feel stuck, out of their own way so they can create massive breakthrough success in their lives. We want to move you into profit. Step number 5, profit, profit, profit. This is where you're really getting to, the foundations of what moves the needle in your business, what you need to be doing with your time as well as your social media, and then, of course, how to scale. So as a CEO, when you're looking at your year, you want to be able to put in place the things that are going to be able to check these buckets or these steps so that you can really move your business and your life forward in a way that matters. Now, as a CEO, there's a certain mindset that you can adopt. Of course, you want to make sure you're using your time wisely. Self-development, uber important, sharpening your skill set and mindset daily. We actually have weekly coaching calls inside of our Breakthru Success coaching program because I know that without a call every week, you're going to get off track. Branding, sales, finance, and again, subscription model. Now, if you're not making money yet, that's okay. When you start out an online business, it's really the hardest part. Being a beginner is the hardest part. So if you're not making money yet, that's okay. It takes work to grow your skill set and your mindset before you can reach your goals. So don't put all this pressure on yourself that you should be further along the road than you are. And there's cyclical. Business is very cyclical. Understand there's going to be times where we broke $100,000 a month inside of Create Your Empire this year. And then we had some very low months too. Business is cyclical, and that's okay. It's knowing how to navigate the course, navigate the business. If you're in network marketing, business is cyclical. There are going to be times where you're going to have to start over, rebuild, or if you're just getting started, maybe you're frustrated and feel stuck. But regardless, I want you guys to know that really, if you're not making money yet, this is the exact right place for you. So let's dive into planning. Number one, time. Time is the only thing you cannot buy, borrow, or get back. Do you have a daily method of operation, right? Do you have a daily method of operation? If you haven't gotten the planner, of course, you guys know we have the Create Your Empire Success Planner and System that really helps you to create a system in your life to reach your goals. But your daily method of operation is the thing that's going to move the needle each and every day. So here's a couple of things that you can do as you're planning for 2024. I want you to do a time audit, right? Where are you spending your time? Where are you wasting your time? I know for me, this has been a big deal for me and I'm actually doing one right now. There's things that I'm going to stop doing, and there's things that I need to start doing to get the results that I'm looking for, right? I also want to make sure that I'm putting in time for my family. It's very important for physical fitness, right? Moving your body, self-care, a day off. These things are important, but if you do a time audit, you're going to see where the time is being wasted, or maybe you're fake working, right? Fake working is not going to get you the results that you want. So focus where you can on profit producing activities. So eliminating consumer behavior on social media is really, really a big one. You guys have no idea how often people are like literally, oh, I'm working, and they're scrolling on social, and it's like, no, this is fake working. We're not doing that, okay? And then, of course, we want to make sure that we're prioritizing our activities so that we can move forward in a way that truly matters in our business towards our goals, right? There's one thing to be busy. It's a whole nother thing to actually be doing the things that you need to be doing to move the needle in your business. So are you doing things daily to make the money that you want to make? Are you actually using a planner and scheduling your days and putting in all the things that we just talked about? And are you focused on that end goal? That end goal could be a money goal, could be a rank goal, whatever it is, but make sure that you are focused on it. So we want to make sure that as that's happening, we are really creating goals for the year. Now, banner goals for the year. Banner goals for the year are the big things. If you have the planner, of course, you set your banner goals at the beginning, but your banner goals are how much do you want to make at the end of 2024? How much do you want to be making a month? Break those goals down into monthly, weekly, and daily goals. Audit your activity each and every week. Find an accountability community for support. And of course, find a mentor or a coach, because you most likely won't stay on track if you don't have one, right? So we need to make sure that as we're setting those goals. So for example, if you want to go set a goal to make $10,000 a month in 2024, well, then we have to say, okay, well, if you're going to work 5 days a week or 6 days a week, you take 10,000, you divide it by the number of days in the month, which tells you how much you need to make a day, right? And then if you know your ratios, how many sales you need to make or what you need to do, well, now you know how many of those a day you need to make. We cannot have pie in the sky goals. I want to make 10,000 a month, but you're not making a sale a day. Like, what are we doing? We have to make sure that those activities really line up with where we want to go. And again, like I said, cyclical, so don't freak out, right? But the reality is that we need to make sure that we are actually doing the things that we need to be doing on a regular basis to hit our goals. So now keeping in mind that in 2024, there's going to be some things you need to start and stop doing, and some things that you need to make sure that you are doing more of, right? So that's all, in that planning section. Now, when you're talking about planning 2024, you really want to plan your self-development. I believe in having a self-development plan so you can learn through courses, group coaching, mentorship, live events. Make sure that each and every one of those things is found in your schedule. So for example, we've already got we're a part of a high level mastermind. It's very expensive, right? And so we already have that on the calendar for February and March and moving through next year. I already know what books I'm reading. I already know what I'm studying when it comes to marketing and social media. I know what I'm studying, over here and over there, because I know that having an investment in myself is the best investment I'm ever going to make, right? So I've spent personally over $150,000 in personal development. And some people are like, oh, that's that's a lot of money. Well, it didn't start out like that. My first coach was like $3,000. My first annual mastermind was about $3,000, right? Which was a lot of money for me at the time. So much money. I had to not pay certain things so I could afford that mastermind. But if I hadn't done that mastermind, guess what? I would not be here today. I guarantee you that. And I went to, I think, like 23 live events in my first 2 years, right? That was expensive, but it also made the difference in my mindset, in my skill set, and it led me to multiple 6 and even 7 figures in earnings. So very important. Now, to create income that is independent of your time, having a personal development plan is super important. So you can invest, annually, which we're going to show you here in a minute, or you can read a book, whatever, but make sure change is scheduled into your calendar. Now, think about this for a minute. Do you have broken scripts that are keeping you stuck in a pattern of defeat? I already said everything is energy. Most people we find within our program, especially within my coaching program, it's because they have a broken way of thinking about money. They have a broken way. They've been trained by a system that doesn't work, right? And so they keep trying really hard in the system that doesn't work, but it's built, first of all, in a patriarchal manner. And what I mean by that is, I love men, don't get me wrong. People sometimes freak out when I say this, but the patriarchal system is a work until you drop mentality. You need to work, hustle harder, just hustle harder, push harder, and that's fine. I want you to work hard, but I also want you to do it in feminine energy. I want for you to understand that you were never meant to work like that. And you can get the same results in a shorter amount of time if you learn how. We also have to make sure that you don't have broken records in your head, like I'm not good enough, I'm not enough, that person's better, I'm never going to get it. All these things that we say to ourselves that are really keeping us stuck energetically. Now, are you actively seeking to reprogram your mind? This is really important. I cannot stress enough how important it is for you to every day be reprogramming your subconscious mind, because it does control every aspect of your life. Do you need to reparent yourself? We focus a lot on reparenting. Why? Because your parents are probably amazing. And if they weren't, you really need to do it. But if your parents, even if they were amazing, they have a level of income and a way of thinking that's keeping them in the arena that they're in. So for example, a doctor might make $300,000, but work 7 days a week to do it. Or you might have a mom that works, I don't know, at a store, but they have a certain level of income. And that is what they've taught you energetically to receive in the world. So we need to reparent you. You need to reparent you so that you can get free of those old habits and those old patterns. Now, of course, we know that we have to take radical responsibility. Here's the 14 things that we teach in our Breakthru Success coaching. You guys can screenshot it, but it's really all about learning how to reparent these things into yourself so that you can create freedom on the other side. Now, when you look at 2024, I want you to ask yourself about your brand, right? Having a personal brand is absolutely key. As a matter of fact, if you don't have one online, you're really shooting yourself in the foot. Now, personal branding, of course, is media. It's also your resume. It's also an attraction tool. So it is your lead gen for the year. Your personal brand is based on your character, your core values, and your expertise, all wrapped up in a consistent visual presentation. It will attract the right clients and will give you the opportunity to do visual storytelling. So when you understand the language of your ideal client and you can communicate with them, you're going to find conversion much, much higher. Of course, we want you to be authentically you, so you need to get to know you, but also we want you to know that people buy based on emotion, and justify it later with logic. So your brand needs to create a feeling that makes people say, yes, I want that. So of course you have to have a strong storyline, good calls to action, a consistent visual brand, cohesive, and core values that are clear and communicable. So for example, I have core values. Injustice makes me crazy. That means that I will fight for the underdog every single time. It makes me nuts that women have been programmed to be poor. It makes me crazy. They've been programmed to give away their power, to find, Prince Charming. Listen, I believe in Prince Charming. I do. As far as a man showing up that I can love and be a partner with, an adventure partner with, all of those things. But let me ask you this question. If Prince Charming shows up and Prince Charming's been trained by the same broken system that keeps everybody 95%ers, can he really be your financial Prince Charming? You guys have to learn. You need to learn separately, and you guys need to learn together how to create wealth and reprogram your mind so that you're not getting stuck in blaming him for not getting it done financially. This is a major problem. I actually think that most marriages fail because of this issue. Okay, so we want to make sure that you have a clear, communicable core values. And remember, your brand is a journey. So you have to get started and allow your style, communication, and storytelling to unfold. Progress over perfection, right? So let's talk about sales. Sales is really interesting because a lot of people say, well, I'm not a salesperson. Well, how do you increase your income every single day? You have to close more sales. So you might not be a salesperson, but you can learn to give service through the sales process. And when you give service through the sales process, everything starts to shift. So the sales obviously are important in your business, but when you focus on your mission, it becomes the magic key. Your mission will determine your message. And when your message is attracting your ideal clients, you're going to have sales pouring in. So we have to be communicating that mission. So of course we have a whole system for that, making it friends first, identifying strengths, needs, goals, and should say interests, offer solutions to the needs, close the deal, collect the money, and activate that new client. So this is something that when you're thinking about 2024, I want you to really think about the process that you're doing to get that sale happening on a regular basis, right? We need lead gen, but then we need the sales process on the back end. So the CEO's way means that you have a calendar with the strategy calls booked up, converting to paid clients. Creating a lead to a call funnel that converts is not simple, but it's, not only simple, but it's fun. So you're going to have a calendar link where you can book people in for strategy calls, get them placed, etc., etc. Now, we also, of course, want to solve problems at a profit. So pillar number 5 is finances. And I find that women talk less about money. I love that somebody said reparenting has changed everything. It really does change absolutely everything in your life. But pillar number 5, finances, is really important. If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business. Okay, so you must know your numbers. So we got to know what's the total amount of sales that we're doing, total tax due. You guys have a tax strategy. Don't be stupid and not pay your taxes. Fixed overhead, what's your fluctuating overhead, and what's your actual profit. Just because you make, like, let's say your network marketing check is $5,000, or your coaching check is $5,000, your revenue is $5,000. There's cost of doing business in there, right? There's a cost of your cell phone, your any programs you're using online. There's your taxes, there's travel. This is all numbers that you need to know. And when you think about, planning for the next year, I want you to set it up so it's scalable. Also, you need to have easy to evaluate reports and measurable milestones. So you want to make sure that you're hitting those milestones. Again, don't get stuck on, if you're having a down week or a down month, don't get stuck there. That's energy. We got to create breakthrough for that energy to go away, or energetically, we will stay in that same spot month after month after month. Now, We believe in the profit first model. So we actually teach you how to pay yourself first. We teach debt-free living. We've had over $60 million paid off in our community, savings and investing. And I'm just going to take a minute and bring up Shanda. So Shanda Wright is a master coach within our community. She's been working with me for 7 years. She literally is crushing her long-term life goals. And I want to talk about that for a minute, because when she started, I think she thought she'd be like fine in a year, but the reality is that everything is a process. And so Shanda, obviously, first of all, thank you for everything you do for the community, but would you just take a minute and share with everybody kind of where you were when we met, what you were doing, what was going on inside your life from both like internal and external?
Yeah, well, the reparenting, I can't see whose name that is, but like it changes everything for sure. Because it's like, out of the heart, the mouth speaks. And we know that life and death is in the power of our tongue, which means that everything we create, it's all connected. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, before I found Create Your Empire and started working with Melanie, I was working a full-time job in a beige cubicle that I had been in for, it was 11 years total. I think it was 9 years at the time. And I had capped out my income. Also, I was kind of on autopilot. I had this job forever, right? Like it was like just show up. It was like putting on pants or brushing my teeth. Like I wasn't growing. I wasn't excited. I had nothing that, got me out of bed in the morning. I was told that in order to create financial freedom, you had to buy real estate, right? I don't know if you guys have heard this. And the key to the best success in real estate is do the work yourself, live in it, and have someone else pay the mortgage. I don't know if you'd heard that, but that was the only financial advice I got besides put everything on your credit card and pay it off when you get a paycheck. So that whole process for me was actually here. Yeah, that whole process for me turned out to be very exhausting. It turned out to be tiring. It turned out to be, it wasn't fruitful. I wasn't getting ahead. I was just continuing to end up on the rat race. So I thought, what do you need? You need more money, right? That was the solution. So I went and got another job. And then I got another job. So I had 3 jobs. I had 3 houses. I had 6 units. I had 5 tenants and 18 major appliances. And what they didn't tell me is sometimes tenants move out and you don't get a tenant for another month. And I'd have double mortgage payments. And I just couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out how to get out of this craziness. I was maxing out my 401k and my RRSP. I had the real estate someone else was paying the mortgage on, and I was still broke and I was still going behind every month. So I think it was $200,000 in credit card debt when we met. Obviously I had these mortgages that were there too. I had lines of credit and vehicle debt. I was juggling and standing on a house of cards, and the whole thing was like this close to falling down. And I just knew it. I couldn't keep going at this pace. I was like, there's no way, because it was going to be another 40 years if things went well. And that's if nothing got wrecked. So, and that things are going bad when you're like, what'd be a really good financial win for me is if my house burnt down. I actually thought stuff like this, you guys. I was like, that's my success plan. Anyways, we're not there anymore. So since then, I've quit all my jobs. Now I have more than 3 online sources of income. I've been able to be a part of helping people make a big difference in their life. I've been able to pay off that debt. And when I started my first business, it actually went under in 2020. And so having multiple streams of income and being able to have these principles of knowing what to do, it saved my butt like more than one way. And so it's been really dynamic in terms of my lifestyle. I was actually counting. Melanie and I have been to 7 countries together, and I've personally been to, I think, 8 or 9 since meeting her. Traveled all over places like the United States, all over places like Panama, all over places like Colombia, just crazy. And Thailand, yes. Yeah. I feel like I didn't go, I was mostly Bangkok and Thailand, but London, like just going to places. This is crazy, right? And when it comes to sources of income, I follow the Breakthru Success 6. We talk about it inside Breakthru Success coaching like crazy. Coaching income, sales income, recurring income, network marketing income. It's really quite powerful how they're all connected. And so whoever asked, that's a great question. And personally, I like to trade in the markets, and that's just a really cool skill I've picked up along the way. So when do the reparenting piece, that's where I started like looking myself in the mirror and loving what I saw. That's where I started having grace for myself when I wasn't good. That's when taking a day off didn't create anxiety. That's when I got to a place where I was okay with not being perfect, and I was okay with using my voice, and I was okay with not people pleasing, and I was okay with standing up for myself and for asking myself hard questions like, what do you really want? And being able to put other people's opinions aside. And so, yeah, the money and the lifestyle and the travel and all that stuff's been excellent. But the other thing that's been really special is all of that. Now I get to decide what success looks like for me from my heart, not from my insecurities and from my own desires, my own dreams, and actually know how to go after them instead of from what would someone think or trying to impress someone that, you know, isn't going to pay my bills anyways. So it's been really special, and I'm really grateful for you, Melanie. Can I answer the question, what's the best tip? Get in Breakthru Success coaching. That was my key to success. I sucked at it, guys. I called it 500 people and just was spammy Tammy, and I sucked at it so bad. And I just said, you know what? If not network marketing, then what? And Melanie's like, I don't know. Network marketing's been pretty good for me. I was like, okay, well, will you teach me how? And she's like, yeah. And I had to learn how to make me friends. I had to learn how to do social media. I had to learn my branding. I had to learn how to open people's minds instead of word vomit on them. I had to learn how to do all of it. And that's what her coaching has done for me. So thank you, Melanie, for everything, for not gatekeeping and for bringing as many of us along as possible.
Thank you, Shanda. And somebody said, what is Breakthru Success coaching? You know what? You're about to find out in 5 minutes. So I love it. I love it. So I'm going to go through, you guys, a few more things. Thank you, Shanda, so much. I think it's really important to note that Shanda didn't start out with 3 streams of income, right? She started out doing one thing, and then she got good at that, and then she became a certified coach with my company, and then she actually started trading. Like, so it was like step by step by step. And that's what I want you guys to understand, that Breakthru Success coaching path. That's why we've laid it out that way, the Create Your Empire Success path, because there's all of those components to make a full-time business happen for you, and it doesn't happen overnight. All right. So your income and your savings can be automated so that payday just automatically happens. Well, you know, that's obviously a really important thing to know, that you actually need to automate some of these things. And of course, when you're planning your year, you need to plan your sales goals and your projections so that you're moving towards a bigger vision or a bigger, idea of what you want your business to look like. Of course, we believe in recurring subscription income, which typically is network marketing. Doesn't have to be, but it typically is. That's a really turnkey way. Affiliate marketing is not usually recurring. It's usually a one-time payment. But just so you know, recurring service as a subscription is a powerful form of active income that requires you to make a sale one time, and you'll be paid every single time. So companies like Netflix and Hulu, they do that. Memberships, masterminds, network marketing, affiliate marketing, those kinds of things. Adding in one to your CEO 6 plan can really create a powerful way for you to make money in the market and online. So let me just jump in, you guys, and tell you what we're doing as far as, oh, and by the way, selling somebody else's product or service alleviates the pressure for you to have to produce, deliver, process, do all the things, and the back end. All you do, instead of doing all those energy sucking activities, you just deliver people to the company, and the company actually pays you for that. So in total, what I want you guys to think about is 2024, take a look at the plan, right? Get those things in place that we talked about, and really start to understand, I do not believe you can do this on your own. So for the last 5 years, well, actually 7 years, I've been coaching, but just this last year, I launched, so we had the Momentum group, which was a mostly social media group. And I realized people were just not, they had to reparent themselves, get their mindset straight. They needed to shift their energy. There was a lot that had to happen. And it wasn't happening inside the Momentum group the same way because I had not built out the system for that. So last year we shifted gears. We launched the Breakthru Success coaching program, where you come in with the goal of breaking through to success. There are 12 modules. Currently, only 4 of them are loaded up. We're literally going to be loading them in the next 6 to 8 weeks. The full curriculum will be in there, but trust me, 1 module a month is enough. So you can skip ahead if you want to. There is stuff for you to do that there, but it's really important for you to understand that what we're teaching you, it takes time to learn. So things like email, social media, sales, branding, the bigger concepts, of course, how to coach yourself. We have a WHAM self-coaching model, the reparenting framework, so you can reprogram your mind for success. We have the CEO 6 that you just thought, how to create that in your own life, a legacy ladder, financial fitness framework, massively important. Money is energy, energy is money. If you don't have money, it's because your energy is off. If you need money, energy, energy, energy. So we want to do the financial fitness framework, which is going to teach you how to pay off your debt, create multiple streams of income, pay yourself first, all of the things. And of course, you get scripts on fire for recruiting, dynamic brand, secret sales talk, strategy call, private Facebook group, which is really important, and weekly coaching Zooms with me and my coaches. So I love it. Sherry says, the Breakthru Success coaching is awesome. So we meet weekly so that you can move your business forward weekly, right? I know that you're going to get distracted and off track. And so we meet once a week. We go through anything that you need to talk about. There's lots of time to ask questions. We go through, we work on branding, social media, messaging, email, whatever you need, reparenting, restructuring energy, getting breakthrough, those kinds of things. You're going to get the library of past master classes, the success planner and the virtual one, digital planner and accountability workbook, and a library of tools and resources. You guys, we are only open for the next couple of days. I want to go through what that looks like. So in summary, we're going to show you how to put all 6 of these things in place in your own life and your own business for success. And again, everything is included there. But the total program is worth tens of thousands of dollars. I think it's actually worth over $80,000. But if you went to try and get it, well, you couldn't even get it on your own because you can't join just weekly coaching Zooms. But we've done it so that it's 12 monthly payments of $297. So you could literally get started right now for $297. Literally right now, $297. Or if you want to pay in full, it's $3,000. I am going to throw in, for anybody that pays in full, a free social media audit, which means I'm going to go through your bio, your page, your buckets, and we're going to do a coaching call. One of the weeks, we'll do a coaching call right away here where you actually get a free social media audit so that you can accelerate your social media at the speed of light. Doors are closing December 23rd. Doors are closing December 23rd for the Breakthru Success coaching. It will be the last time this year that you are able to join. Okay, so the link to get started is going to be in the chat here in just a minute. You can see it there on the screen. But you guys, I want you to know that the way that this program works is it builds on itself. So, for example, you could start in time management, you could start in financial fitness framework, wherever you start, you work at your own pace, and then you come into the weekly coaching and we talk through the things that you need to talk through. So again, I just want to go over what you guys get so you understand. There's weekly coaching, which is priceless, obviously priceless. I literally spend time with you in person, library of past master classes, tools and resources, 12 modules, plus all those bonuses that you see there. Just our script book alone, you guys, will change your results. And we have a closing system inside of that script book that will literally accelerate your closing results. So you can also get a private Facebook lab group. Now, if you are not sure, I know it's so fun, right? If you're not sure if this is right for you, I want you to drop the word call in the chat. If you're thinking, oh my God, I want to do this, but I don't know if it's right for me, drop the word call in the chat. And if you are just ready to get started, just go ahead, click the link and get yourself set up. There's only a few days left till it's open. If you drop the word call, we're going to make sure that we connect with you. And of course, or you can reach out and connect with me and I'll get you the link. I want you guys to know that 2024 is going to be a massive year. This is the year where there are going to be people that dig in, they get into breakthrough success coaching, they get serious about the results, and they create massive momentum in 2024. And then there's going to be others that are like, I can't afford it, I don't have the time, all the reasons that we put in front of ourselves. Listen, in just the first month alone, we're going to show you how to find $300 to $500 a month in your budget, so that you can literally have all the money you need to pay for this. Because I promise you, there is money in your budget, and we have a whole system for you to find it. Time, I also would argue that if you guys aren't spending your time doing the right things in the right order, it's really not going to go well for you in 2024. So I get all those things, but if you guys want change, now is the time to jump in. With that, be blessed. I want to know what you guys' goals are for 2024. Drop it in the chat. I want to know what you're excited about. We are going to be live tomorrow. So if you go get enrolled today, you're going to be live with us tomorrow. We have a very special plan for tomorrow's calls, and we will see you guys next week for our free event. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.